What's your name? You want to talk about stuff and stuff?
Sure. Nice. Yeah, I write a lot of poems. I wrote something throughout the past couple of days of between the ceremony that was held here and just since arriving to Shasta.
I'm Jeremiah. What's your name?
Forrest.
Forrest, cool.
Oh,
I don't think
really?
I met you.
A documentary.
No, it's just YouTube about positive stuff and
Me too.
people are stuck in a box. Not everyone.
Don't say that. Don't give that shit.
Some people feel stuck in a box. Life can make you feel like you're stuck in a box, and it's nice for people to see people that don't feel that way because sometimes people might need that in their day.
Okay.
So if you can share any angle of yourself
Sure.
and maybe what your message is to the world,
Such a box to mentality.
and you can ramble, or I can guide it and I can ask you hard questions, or
This is fun. I'm open to it.
we're gonna let it flow. So
Okay.
it's basically a fun way to get to know you, because I never met you, and that makes it more fun. So here we go,
Okay, cool.
Jeremiah and
Forrest.
Forrest, cool.
Well, Macy. Macy birthed Forrest. Forrest has been here for a bit now. She's literally embedded in the trees. It's an ode to the journey. Goddess with it. A place for speaking and being and screaming and releasing and creating and spilling, letting it all out. I am creating and transforming in a reality where life truly lives, meaning lots of breathing.
You're so cute.
Living, juicy fruits and naked water bathing and lots of forgiveness. Sharing my learning from the roots up, being cautious and listening to my heart with room to make mistakes from courage and strength. A place to honor the goddess within, my feminine power, my softness, my quiet, my loud, my rage. To recognize the love that others share with me, to learn from everyone. Everyone is a teacher. I'm a student, I'm a teacher. Over and over and over again. To recognize that, to be understood and be okay with being misunderstood, to travel inward and outward, to be curious and ask questions, to listen to stories and share mine of my most special experiences and the ones that aren't as special, but it's all sacred, so it's all special. Trusting my judgment and intuition, I am brave, excited, scared, powerful, and learning. I am connected to my spirit and my essence, who does what she needs to do. She is listening to the call. She is creative and comes up with new storylines and brings in characters to magnet to the compassion, to magnet to love. Taking myself wherever I go. Learning about the nomad's relationship to home, and learning about residing where I am when I am there, because I am here. I've arrived, I know I've arrived. I'm breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. I said that at this moment I was listening to a waterfall with a belly full of avocado and toast and plums. I'm learning something, and people are teaching me things about different species of humans, and I don't know what everything means, but I know that I am here. I know that I am in experience and humanness, a flutterby, a temple of understanding, a uniqueness and universal love. I want to be alive before I die. Universe as my cosmic lover. That's my favorite eternal romance right now, because it's always there. The other romances, lovers, reflections, they're like, oh, let's stop by for this pattern. Oh, let's work through this karma. And then I'm like, oh, I can just reside here, where there's always something that will hold me, cradle me, the earth, somewhere to put my feet, place to breathe, a vessel with skin and bones to take care of and nurture and love and forgive, to create this relationship with myself, this deepness, this depth, because I deserve it. Yeah.
So why do you think there's so much wisdom in these spaces?
In these spaces.
All around us, right here.
Right here, and then also in the grocery store. So yeah, but also I was talking about this earlier. I walked by someone, we said, I love you. You don't do that at the grocery store, so I will. Yeah, we should be saying I love you to everyone.
Agreed.
Always.
Yeah.
But yeah, wisdom in being in nature. Because it just is.
It just is. Yeah.
It just is.
What
And
do
we
you-
just are.
What do you have going on there? Is that henna tattoo or what?
Henna tattoo or what?
Is it what?
It's henna. Henna. I like to adorn myself and decorate myself in art. Feels good.
Are you third generational rainbow or something?
Never been to one of those.
I'm just being funny. I'm not. Are you like?
No, but seriously, never been.
Did you grow up in like these types of circles? No. You just came out and found it.
Found it within me, and then I traveled outward. It's always this inner traveling. I'm writing a book, inward and outward travel. So it's always this inward journey of like super like and I'm like ready to. I've been softened in my feminine and the feeling, and now I'm like working with the sun, all the giving abilities that it has.
Promote yourself if you want. Let's
promote myself
and
okay.
like incorporate stuff that's empowering for women, and like you're speaking to women right now who are like travelers.
I am speaking to women.
Or they want to be travelers.
Speaking to the goddesses, sisters. We've always been sisters. I've learned that here. I come to a mermaid that I just met, and we're living together for a month at the beach, and I'm like,
I'm a merman.
there's mermaids, there's mermen, and it's safe. Sometimes it doesn't feel so safe, but sisters, we have safeness. Fairy's dream catcher, a fairy that catches dreams on Instagram. Moon Fairy Kisses, who does a lot of paintings and sculptures and things of the sort. I like to muralize my life and other people's vehicles, homes. I like to create cool sanctuary spaces. Wow, this feels really good to speak about myself in this way.
Oh, keep going. What type of impact do you want?
You're killing it. This whole
This
thing
feels
has
really
been
good.
like a poem.
What type of impact do you want to leave on like the
I'm
end
part
of
of a documentary, River.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, cool.
Love you.
You should come over too if you want, River.
Thanks. Maybe on the way back.
Cool. What type of impact do you want to leave on like the people you meet in your life, and also in like the world at large as a whole? And like, how do you want to achieve that?
I'm working on that because I have to tend to the self and tend to family first, and then realizing how you can interconnect those webs, and just showing up as yourself, showing up in authenticity allows others to show up that way, to hold space when I can. I want land with gardens and chickens and ducks, and maybe that'll happen with family around. If I say it well, it will.
What does family mean to you?
Hugs. Warmth. Listening, understanding. Which is hard because sometimes like the other don't always feel that from like family to family, but it's always there. The interconnected understanding is always there. Oh, that's a hard one. But it's okay.
Tell me about a time that you've like really struggled and not thought you were gonna make it through for whatever reason, and not like life, but just you've really struggled, but somehow in the end it turned out to be like something amazing and beautiful, and that like transformed you.
Wow, really good questions.
Yeah,
I would love to like know more about this that you do where you ask the questions.
I just think of what calls me and how comfortable someone might be with that question, and I just keep doing this. You're probably like my 120th interview.
120th.
Yeah, they're all on my original YouTube. I'm doing a new one that's more concise and like external. That's not focused as much about me and where I'm going in my story. That's going to be a small filter where you're the story now.
I'm the story.
He's the story. What's your wisdom? What can you share? What's your lesson? We all have one. So, I mean, so yeah.
Advocating for myself.
So wait, what was my original question? The really hard one. How's it going?
It was about the really the hard stuff. What
Yeah.
I've learned from that, and what I have learned from the.
Was there like a moment that you went through though? I mean, a lot of times they're associated with spiritual awakenings, and you don't have to share it all because I'm sure it's personal.
Yeah, that's why I went straight to the advocacy, because there have been things that have happened that are, probably harder for me to explain now, but
Sure.
violations of the sorts, and
Yeah.
advocacy. Standing up like, no, this is my sacred temple. I have autonomy over my life, my body, my decisions, my will. So yeah, just learning that through people who have shown me that their shadows they're still like being projected onto me or whatever. But I have so much compassion and love and forgiveness for that, because you don't know until you know. So that, and like just being in pain like for so long as such a young kid, like.
And what did these things lead you to?
Thank you. Peace, being at peace with the self, being able to see others and see myself with light, with so much light, like golden orbs, feathers, and light, and free birdedness. I have a best friend at home named Rain, and she's really special, and
So the river just went past a deer forest and she's rain. That's awesome.
Forest
I met a
over
tree.
rain.
I met a tree and a leaf, a father son up at Rainbow last year.
I met a tree. She was doing things with rainbows.
That's so beautiful.
Like, yeah. And I have a silver and I have a spaghetti that I met through my travels and a butterfly.
And of course, you met pineapple.
I did. Me and those,
My brother's front tail.
No way.
me and those people lived in the desert for like 3 months together. She was there. It was a lot of growing. Ooh, it's a lot, like, to take yourself from Maryland for me and then all the way across the country by yourself.
They just legalized recreational marijuana yesterday.
Mm.
Maryland, Ohio.
Maryland.
Everything but PA. I'm from PA. I grew up just north of Maryland border. Carlisle.
Yeah. Medicine is important.
Your what?
Medicine is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like cannabis.
I like breath a lot.
Breath. Ooh, you gotta. I talked to this guy about breath the other day. I'll show you then. It's a good video.
Well, yeah, the breath is good.
So as far as women go, let's say that there's women out there who are like, oh my gosh, look at this vibrant young girl. She's out here. There's like all sorts of people. Who knows what's in the woods? Maybe there's bears or creepy
I
dudes.
just danced by a bear.
Maybe there's this and
Creepy
that.
dudes.
You know, and not only do they have these thoughts and they're inspired by you regardless, but everyone's reinforcing the negative side, the harder side. And maybe they're inspired to go for a weekend or for a month, or maybe to just sell everything and see where they end up. What would you say to them? Do you encourage it? Do you have any advice? Any tips for like how to like maintain some of those aspects that you've defined yourself through since you've struggled and grown?
Yeah, start enjoying pooping outside. It's really good for you. Dig a hole, please. Like,
Not everyone knows. What do you do? You just poop anywhere? You just poop right on top of stuff?
no, you dig. You dig a little hole, like put some rocks on top.
All right.
But yeah, that to the sisters, I love you. To people who identify as sister, I love you. It is hard.
It's a hard question.
No, it's hard to do what I'm doing.
Oh,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
what we're doing. But it
Yeah.
is also the most beautiful, rewarding experience ever. So yeah, just getting comfortable with duality. Realizing how many people are so like open to share like their love and gratitude. Like I've had people who've let me stay in their homes and having a safe sanctuary to go back to. For me, I have my space that has dream catchers and love and all the crystals and food I could ever need. So having that safe space to go back to and like know that there are people who will see you wherever you go, and know that the trees will see you, and know that whatever mountain you climb, it will teach you something. So try it. And then also if you learn that it's not for you, you can change your mind at any point.
Now, what about like when it comes to like points when they might have to use their instinct or their intuition?
Mm.
You know, is there a difference to you between the two? And like, I'm sure there's moments when you have to like make a choice and you're like, who knows? Was I just being paranoid? And like, I don't know. How do you navigate those?
It's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. So if you are around someone and it's not a fuck yes, no.
Yeah. So just no middle ground.
Yeah, I'm learning that, and boundaries, strict, firm boundaries. Some people don't always understand that, but it is a process and learning, and I want to, for the sake of the video, I'm kind of like filtering some stuff, and
Sure.
I'm like realizing that.
Wow.
So do what you want with the information, but there are still things that have happened and will happen, and it sucks.
All right. So what are some messages you might have to some men, younger, older,
Oh, to the men.
who are traveling? The awesome ones, the not so awesome ones, the full range, not just a certain type.
Oh, this is a lot of emotion.
The full range. This is energy. This is emotionally charged entertainment that's real and not like scripted. And it's yeah, I appreciate you partaking.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't have to answer immediately either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just like chill in silence.
I might have to chill in silence for a while. That's such a
You could also opt out. You know, if it's too emotionally charged, you know, it's your boundaries. I respect your boundaries.
yeah. Maybe, but also I feel like I could come up with something that helps me not like deep dive into it. That there are safe men. So lean into that security and safeness that you feel as a man, whoever you are, and share that with the women. Be a safe, protector.
Yeah.
Let women be wild, because they deserve to be. And don't take advantage of it. It's disgusting. Please stop doing that.
Awesome.
Cool.
I love you too. Let's see, and what are your big plans? You gonna go see the fireworks? You gonna like roam around here and dance in the trees?
The fireworks for all the dogs. Not a fan. Fireworks in the heart, like
I got it.
make paint explosions. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna stop through Shasta, and then
Sweet.
I've been here for like 3 weeks or so,
Yeah.
in ceremony, in like love with all these different beautiful people. Oregon, rainforest, and then back to my cats and my family at home.
Have you been to the Goddess Temple? At
Ashland?
yeah.
No, I've
Go,
heard about
go
it.
ask for Grail
Grail.
at the Jackson Wellsprings Goddess Temple. I'm gonna start going, and hopefully they'll let me talk to them about stuff along these lines. And they've got like a lot of beautiful things for the community there. Where she has a college where people get initiated into a priesthood class.
Wow.
So it's like a whole course, or a priestess class, and then they even have, from what I've heard, and I could be slaughtering this, and I sure am, because it's not my business to know that much about it. But I think they have like a big red teepee, and then,
I've heard you can paint with the blood.
and that
which is so cool.
and whenever the young women reach their first moon blood, rather than maybe the feelings of stigmatization or ostracization or whatever it's called, they're like brought together and it's celebrated in the community, and they're like celebrated that day in the big red teepee for that for the whole community of the town.
This is the first time I've experienced something like that. I was at Work Jam's Sway. I don't know if you've ever met her. Amazing. But we had, and Hummingbird, we had something like that where we all got together and like offered to the earth we're so sacred, and we can be so powerful when we're in union, like with our sacred feminine and sacred masculine. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Last thing to the people. Everything is okay. Everything is always okay, because the version of you that has been through this before is right here, right now, and all there is right here, right now.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're awesome. Thanks. We could ramble on and on, but we'll both do our things. Thank you.
Thank you.
A pleasure meeting you.
Love you.
Maybe you'll meet some of these beautiful souls, these beautiful people watching you someday out
I hope so.
out in the wild.
I love you.